Hello everybody, my name is Matt and you're watching JM Simulations. Today I'm going to be doing a video that's been long awaited by me. I don't know about you guys, but for me I've been dying to do this video. Specifically with this aircraft. I've been flying this aircraft a lot. As you can tell, this is the A2A Piper Cherokee. I've been doing a lot of flying with this aircraft lately, and I have to say I'm incredibly impressed with it. And I know I've had this 172 and I've done a video on that, but this thing is a different level, and I really want to do a video just showcasing. It's going to be a first impressions cross country. We're going to be flying from my home airport, which is Danbury, sorry, Kilo Delta X-Ray Romeo to Farmingdale, which I'm actually not sure what the ICAO is, but we're going to be just flying a VOR to VOR flight plan. And today we're going to be flying the Cherokee. So as you can see, I have my thing outfitted with fairings and a few other things that will make it more aerodynamic. But we're going to start off with getting into the cockpit and doing our checklists. So what we're going to be doing is first we're going to start out with our fuel. We're going to need just about this amount of fuel, and we'll take our friend with us to take our friend with us. Let's see. Let's take our buddy. So he'll come with us, and fuel total. Let's go for about 36 gallons. Not 36. Sorry. Let's go for about 40 gallons. And let's start. So oops. Sorry, not the right one. Anyway, we're cold and dark now. I'm just trying to get out the. Okay. Anyway, just checking the notes. We're going to climb full throttle, trim for 74 to 90. Cruise will be 2,400. We'll choose. Prime is 1 to 3 strokes. Lean on the ground to avoid fouling the plugs. Check oil temp before the run up. Idle under 1,000 with cold engine. Stall speed, flaps down, is 57. Max flap extension 115. Max crosswind component is 17. And approach speed is 85 knots. So we're all good on our notes. The outside temperature is 57 degrees, so it's good. We're also fighting this. What? Oh yeah, the light's not on. My bad. I don't know why the windows are foggy. I don't know if that's the thing of the aircraft. I never really had it off. Anyway, we're gonna be going in pretty much the nighttime, so it'll be fun at a different level of difficulty while flying the approach. Okay, finally here. Let me just show you the aircraft I have set up. Spark plugs are fouled. I actually did not do that, so I don't know why. I don't know what did that, but it wasn't me. I think this is this is the first flight I did with actually this specific one. I flew actually in the red one, but I saw Frugal Sim do a video with the red livery, not livery, but the red paint. So I figured I'd do one in a different paint because I didn't want to look like a copier. So anyway, we're starting with our pre-flight inspection in the cabin. Control release belts, which is obviously you guys would know is the belts right there. So we'll release the belts. Master switch is, let's put those back on. Master switch is on. Our fuel quantity gauges, we already know how much fuel we have, so they're looking good. About 40 gallons, sorry. About 20 gallons in each. Master switch, okay, off. Master switch off, and ignition is off. Wait. Flaps extend. There we go, flaps are extended. Cabin, right wing, check for security and condition. Good. And those look good. Alright, next. Right wing, check for the proper movement and security. Wing tips and lights, there you go, we're looking good. Wing, check for damage. Wing looks good. And those bolts look good, and those extensions both look good as well. Moving on swiftly to the front of the right wing. Wing tie down is actually not connected, so I'll actually see if it's not connected. So check for proper inflation. The tire looks good. Right wing, let's drain and inspect the fuel. The fuel has no. Actually, you know what? I didn't even realize that is my my plane has that exact fuel sump jar. Anyway, the fuel looks good. Looking through it, doesn't look like there's anything in there, so there's nothing wrong with the fuel we have. Check visually for desired level. Looks good, a little bit over tabs. Check oil level. We are good. We're just below 8, which is our maximum. And the Lycoming engine. Check for proper inflation. Looks good. The strut looks beautiful. The damage and security looks good on this nose. There's nothing wrong with the security of the prop. We're gonna look a little bit closer. Looks like the spinner is clear of obstructions, and there's no debris on the air filter or the air inlets. Draining, inspect the fuel from the nose, and that looks good as well. Left wing, check visually for desired level, just above tabs for that one as well. Draining, inspect the fuel for the left wing, looks beautiful. Left wing, check for proper, wheel tire, check for proper inflation, just as good as the other one. Left wing is disconnected, stall warning, it's good. Pitot tube cover is removed, pitot tube inspect, check the pitot tube is warm to the touch. We don't actually have our pitot tube on, so it's cold. So you know, let's go back into the cockpit really quickly and turn on the master because they told us to turn that off, and turn on our pitot heat. Let's go back out there. Oops. Let's see if I can get in there. Okay, it's warm to the touch. And check for blockage. Left wing legs and tips, check. Okay, I didn't turn the lights on because again they said to not have the lights on, but we'll turn those on now. Our strobe, our beacon should be on anyway because we're almost ready to turn on our engines. But let's go back to the checklist. We're looking good. As far as the lights, we will check them when we're continuing. Security is good. And those connections look good. The tail, tie down is removed. Security and condition looks good. Those linkages look good. And it's good. We'll come back. And it is locked. So, we are back in the cockpit now, and we are ready to go. Pre-flight is completed. So we will start by priming the engine with 2 to 3 pumps. I'm going to choose 3 because it's a little bit colder than usual. We've been running the aircraft usually in 70-degree weather. You know, it's our first night flight, so we're going to keep it to that. And we're going to close the primer, turn on both of the magnetos. I don't think we need carburetor heat. I'm going to do it a little bit because I don't have my mixture levers with me, unfortunately. So I'm going to do that just so that we can, I'm by the way going to turn my radios on right now. And you can see I have the VORs already set in there. One is Carmel VOR, and then the other one is actually Farmingdale. So now that we are ready for our engine start, I'm going to put my feet on the brakes. Even though, actually, sorry, my our parking brake should be on, but I'm just going to check one more time. There you go, parking brake is on, and we will start it. Alright, she started, and we're going to set it at about 800 RPM. And we're going to have to let her warm up. But for now, everything is, oil pressure is rising, fuel pressure is good, oil temp is good, and EGT should be rising as soon as the engine's been going for a little bit. We really want to check, you know, because I've also, by the way, I fly a prop aircraft, so when you're flying a prop aircraft, you may have to make sure that you're checking these things at all times to make sure that your aircraft is not overheating, especially in certain times while flying, such as, and not limited to, startup, takeoff, and other critical stages of flight. Anyway, sorry, I was just checking some things. Anyway, we're going. Sorry, my dog's barking. We're going to lean the engine just to make sure that we are not. I'm going to wait till our we get an RPM jump. It's going to be a jump followed by a drop. I might have actually already done it. And I'm going to leave it just so we do not foul the spark plugs, which is what our notes told us. And we can pretty much start a taxi. For some reason, the windows are very fogged, so I'm going to see if I can turn on the lights and see if that actually does a remedies it. No, I turn our landing lights on. Fuel pump wasn't necessary. I don't know exactly what the problem is. Maybe it is the light. Maybe the light should not be on. Let me look to see what it says. Okay, so I sorry about that. I just went to look to see if there was a problem. I'm gonna open the window. They said if I open the window, there we go. There goes it. They said that what happens is the window will get a little bit foggy if your ventilation, because since the core update, it has it changed the ability to actually not ability, but it changed the I don't know how to say it, like the to the level that it finds your finds the fogginess of the window. So it actually has a new system, therefore it does pretty good job at noticing fog. Well, I'm using the rudder on my thing, but I have rudder pedals on the video. Yeah. Okay, anyway, one thing about this aircraft is visually it's stunning. The thing is that this is what I want to say about this aircraft particularly. People often get turned off when they are presented with aircraft that are prop aircraft in FSX. And it's very interesting to me because people don't necessarily understand that. Actually, I think that's 3.5 right there. That's the runway we're supposed to be taking off on. So let me just turn around here. The thing is that people don't really understand that things are just fun. Aircraft are fun to fly because of their level of difficulty, and that a Cherokee can be just as fun to fly as a 777 can be, and I find that to be completely true. I've only been flying this aircraft for a few days, and I can say that I've gotten just as much fun out of it as I've gotten out of my PMDG 777. And it's not because one's better than the other, but it's because they're both very, very complex add-ons and add a lot to the sim. This aircraft is about to land here, so we'll give it way and let it land. It's about a mile on, I believe. 3 miles, so I can take my time going the wrong way, as we won't be able to get there anyway. People kind of tend to get a little bit turned off when they hear that it's a prop aircraft, and I just want to say that this aircraft is one of the most advanced add-ons that I've ever seen for Flight Sim, and it's one of the most fun. So don't get turned off by this and say, oh, it's a prop aircraft and I don't really want to fly. Give it a chance, and I promise you will not be disappointed. It is one of the best aircraft I've ever flown. So we're going to, just do a little bit of night flying here. I'm going to try and find the actual light from inside. I don't remember if it's up here. No. So we'll actually put our flight time on here. This is the timer. There it is. So we'll have our timer on just to check how we're doing. We're on our left fuel tank now. If I could find this, that would be great. Anyway, we're gonna go full power on the mixture now. Get that idle back up, because we actually don't want to. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to sit here and quickly do our. Actually, let me just show you our flight plan. We're gonna go CMK like I said, and then I see if we can zoom out here real quick. Zoom out, and we're gonna be going CMK, then to GRU, which is the that VOR right there, or not? Maybe I think it's an NDB actually, but regardless, we're going that way. Anyway, we'll do our run up here. So we'll go up to 1800 with our brakes on, and we'll go one click left. We got a little bit of a drop. go back, rise back up, go to, and we're good. Then we'll go back. So they're within 50% of each other, so that's good. Now we're going to slowly bring it down to idle because we do not want the engine to go die on us if we pull it out too fast. So very slowly we will pull it out until we hit our idle speed. And we're nice and stable here. So we'll bring it back up. Alright, so we are ready to go. You can see there are some guys coming down to the runway. They want to come take off too. So we'll get going here. Something we're going to have to realize that when we're flying is that we got a lot of P factor going on because it's a sorry, I turned on the volume there, because it is a prop aircraft, so gotta keep that in mind. But we should be good because I have some experience, I have quite a bit of experience flying prop aircraft. So here we go. The aircraft's ready to fly, and we'll get going. We're gonna pitch, like it said, for 74 to 90 knots, and we're going to pretty much just track straight. Not straight, sorry. Heading of 230. So as soon as we'll do a downwind departure, a left downwind departure for. Sorry for that sound. I need to lubricate the my joystick, but we're gonna have to live with it for now. So we're doing a little bit slow. Gonna keep that nose down. We want to have a good climb rate, but we also don't want to stall. And what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to turn on the nav 1 to make sure that we're going on the right one. And let me actually put in our things there. I should have done that before. So we're going to receive the signal real quick. By the way, sorry that I didn't have that plugged in before. It's a little loud. Oh, sorry, I had the flaps down. And there you can see the crazy effect on the aircraft. I apologize for that. I forgot to put those down, which is my fault. Should have done that in the flow when we started leaving. See really beautiful scenery out here. FTX Global. So anyway, we're going to start tracking that radio. We're going to do a left downwind departure. We're currently climbing really nicely, so you know, it's a very clear day out here. So I'm gonna see if we can climb to around 5,000, if we can. You know, if we can, that would be great. As you can see, there's just an aircraft below us. If we can come to 5,000, that would be great, so we can get up there nice and high and lean out the mixture and showcase some cool things about the aircraft. So trim her out a little bit. She's a little bit nose up too high. Actually, no, this is actually pretty good. We're climbing at quite a nice speed, so we have no rush here. So as you see, we're going to start heading towards the sound, and as we head towards the sound, we'll as we head this direction, sorry, sorry, that's a Long Island sound, for those of you that don't know. We will start heading this direction, and we will get that we'll be able to start tracking inwards for the 240 around there, heading for the 240 radio at Carmel, VOR, and then we'll go to our next VOR. So we're pretty much going to take our turn now. I know I overshot it a little bit, but I was just checking an email from a teacher. So we're going to, like I said, head for 240, about roughly 240. About a little bit less than 240, so about here. Sorry, I wasn't coordinating the turn. We continue our climb. Almost at 4,000 now. Like I said, really beautiful. And by the way, this aircraft is actually really nice on frame rates. It's really not a taxing aircraft at all. So like I said, we're heading towards this. Our airport's actually over there, but with our flight plan, how it's set up, we're going VFR, VOR, and we're going to Carmel, and then we're going to Farmingdale, VOR. So still, like I said, tracking a little bit to the right, or left rather, so we're going to correct that now. And not going to be a lot of turning for now, so we don't really have to worry about our rudders as much. So we're just climbing through 4,200, getting quite close to Carmel. As soon as we go through it, we will we'll then turn on our. We're gonna take a look at outside this aircraft. You see, it's just gorgeous. Just a gorgeous aircraft. I think that I recommend it to anybody. Like I said, the thing is, you don't necessarily have to be flying a 777 to have fun. Yeah, you just have to fly a great aircraft. Sorry, it's gonna take a little, just a second. By the way, the thing's open. That's fine. That's no big deal. Oh, wow, the modeling went right when I was leaving. So here we're just about set up on the VOR. We're gonna take out our map, our sectional, just to see where we're headed. Start zooming in, just make sure we're on the right track. We're about here. We're heading forward. Yeah, we're heading a little bit off, which is fine. And I want to make sure we're at 5,000. So we're at about 5,400, and we accidentally climbed through the turn, but that's okay. We'll do 5,500. That's good anyway. So it's a good power setting for now. I'm going to trim out the excess pressures and try to maintain about 120 miles per hour. It's actually in miles per hour and not in knots, which is kind of interesting. So we're actually about to pass the Carmel VOR in just a second. And that's why we're actually missing it. So now we can just go ahead and shoot for our next VOR, which is going to be a more left heading. So we're going to shoot for about a 150. So we can actually start turning right to intercept that radial. Quite a very fun aircraft to fly, but still a little bit high on the trim, so I'm going to start trimming that nose down for purposes of flying trim, not having to make too much adjustments. So I'm just trimming it out here. You see the nose starting to come down, and we're starting to level off. About 2,500. We'll go about there with our power. As you can see, we're leveled, and we're going to fly through the clouds, even though we're not on an IFR flight plan. You know, for the purposes of the video, we're fine just going through the clouds. It's not a real flight. Obviously, I want to be as realistic as possible, but it's not really worth it at this point to actually do that. We're actually not necessarily heading the right way, so I will start turning this over, and then we'll actually take a look at our maps just to make sure we're heading the right way. I'm actually going to leave it here. Horrible clouds just by the normal FSX clouds. So actually our current heading is a 300, and we need to go the other way on approximately a 150 heading. So let's start our turn here to the left for 150. I actually got discombobulated by our VOR tracker. So we're going over to 150. Now, we're probably not going to use the autopilot. So, nice stable turn in the aircraft. Getting close here, so we'll start to tune in that effective. We're not heading north, so I don't know why it's. Maybe it's not that. Maybe that's not the correct. Still not trimmed down enough. I don't know if I'm not sure if that's not the correct VOR, but we'll have to leave it that way. Not VOR, sorry, yeah. DPK. Is it DPK? I'm gonna go on Sky Vector as we're flying just to do it. You can't see this right now, but I'm just gonna go on Sky Vector to make sure that we're. Oh yeah, Deer Park. Oh, I put in the LaGuardia one. That is why. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I read the wrong one, so it's actually 117.7. You know. Oh, oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. 117.7. 117.7. Yeah, so we get back up to start doing this one. Gotta get back up to that throttle setting that we were at. To make sure that I'm sorry. I'm kind of concentrating on two things at once. Just to be able to get this throttle 17 point. It's so hard to just tune that perfectly. There we go. Oh no. No. There we go. Okay, 117. Please. No. Oh, the struggle, man. There we go. Okay, 117.7. Unfortunately, the reason why that wasn't working, I was actually not for nothing. It looked pretty. It looked like it was the way that the section looked to me. It didn't necessarily look the same as the way it looked the second time. So we actually went up pretty high now, about 7,000, because of that fluctuation in thrust. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this first part of the video. I will continue with the next part of the video, in which you get to see the approach and descent and to landing, and that should be up within the next few days. Not the next few days, sorry, within the next few hours of this video being up, because I actually have to render them and upload them at different times. So look for that one, and I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.